Welcome to our channel. In today's episode of Who Died Today, we take a moment to remember and honor notable figures who have passed away recently. We'll provide a brief overview of their lives, careers, and contributions. Join us as we reflect on their legacies and the impact they made. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.
Eric Gilland. He was an American television producer, writer, actor, and whistler. He graduated from Glenbrook South High School in 1980 and from Northwestern University School of Communication in 1984. He was known for his work in the television industry, particularly for his contributions to various successful shows. He has a diverse career that spans multiple genres and formats. Gilland was a producer on this critically acclaimed television series, which aired from 1988 to 1993. The show, created by Neil Marlins and Carol Black, was a nostalgic look at growing up in the late 1960s and early 1970s. He was involved with this 1976 variety show, which was a spin-off of the popular 1970s sitcom, The Brady Bunch. He was born on March 1962. He died on September 1, 2024, at the age of 62, died due to colon cancer. Brian Trueman. He was an English broadcaster, writer, and voice actor. He was known mainly for his work with the animation studio Cosgrove Hall. He wrote and/or narrated children's cartoon series, mostly during the 1970s and 1980s. He attended Stretford Grammar School and was 1 year at the University of Manchester. Trueman's cartoons were originally shown on ITV, in its CITV programming slot. He was born on May 1932. Trueman died following a short illness on September 1, 2024, at the age of 92. Teresa Bright. She was an American vocalist and musician of native Hawaiian music who played ukulele and guitar. Her music is popular in Japan as well as in Hawaii and the United States mainland. Much of her repertoire features lyrics in the Hawaiian language, but she had an extensive jazz and hapa repertoire as well. Bright attended the University of Hawaii and launched her music career in the 1980s as one half of Steve and Teresa, alongside Steve My Eye. Her first solo album was released in 1990. She received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts on December 6, 2020. Bright was popular in Japan, and some of her albums are not released outside of the country. Besides album sales, Bright also participated in Japanese advertising campaigns for Max Factor, Toyota, NTT Japan, Sapporo Beer, and Japan Airlines. She died on September 1, 2024, at the age of 64. Another death we showing, Ivan Garlov. He passed away from complications related to a traumatic brain injury in Sofia on September 3, 2024, at the age of 81. He was born February 6, 1943. He was a Bulgarian journalist and television host. He graduated from Sofia University with a degree in journalism. In 1972, he began his career with Benitez, hosting the show Panorama before being replaced by Boyko Vasilev. He also worked with Nova TV and BTV. From October 2013 to June 2014, Garlov co-anchored TV7's program The Original alongside Elena Yancheva. Garlov was married to Danka Stamboliska, a journalist with BNR, and together they had 2 children. Garlov's contributions to Bulgarian journalism and television were widely recognized, and his work left a lasting impact on the industry. He provided extensive coverage of the Middle East conflict, demonstrating considerable empathy for the difficult circumstances faced by the Palestinians. Garlov was a longtime anchor of Panorama, the weekly political talk show on Bulgarian national television. He joined the Panorama team 8 years after the show's inception, initially serving as deputy editor-in-chief and producer. He took over as host in 1979 and continued in that role until 2000. Crystals by Arthur Miller and A Certain Pity by Neil LaBute. Among her numerous accolades, she received the Talia Award in 1963, the Martin Fierro Awards in 1963, 1998, 2002, and 2010, and the Theatre Chroniclers Award in 1964. She was also honored with the Florencio Sanchez Award in 2007 and 2008, and in 2010, she was recognized by Fun TV, the Senate of the Nation, and the Argentine Actors Association for her career achievements. In 2011, she earned both the Diploma of Merit and the Conex Platinum Award. Additionally, She received the ACE Award in 2007 and 2015, including the ACE de Oro. He also played Officer James Corrigan in the police drama T.J. Hooker, 1983-1986, and portrayed Vic Fontaine, a recurring character on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, 1998. Darren aspired to be an actor and spent several years studying with Stella Adler in New York City. He also dabbled in singing from time to time, though he later remarked, "I wasn't really a singer. I was just a kid from Philly whose father would take him to bars and nightclubs where I'd get up and perform a couple of songs." He played supporting roles in 2 films directed by Phil Carlson, The Brothers Rico, 1957, a film noir in which he portrayed Richard Conte's brother, and Gunman's Walk, 1958, a western featuring Van Heflin and Tab Hunter. Additionally, he was second billed in The Tijuana Story, 1957, another film produced by Katzman, though his role in this film was relatively minor. He was born on June 8, 1936. Tim Bowden. He was born August 2, 1937. He died peacefully on September 1, 2024. At the age of 87 years. He was an Australian author, broadcaster, producer, and oral historian, known for his work across radio and television. Tim will be deeply missed by his family, friends, and colleagues. Known for his dedication to his loved ones, he embraced life wholeheartedly and was the center of any gathering, often delighting others with his sharp and sometimes irreverent stories. Tim enjoyed a remarkable career as a journalist and author, renowned for sharing significant stories and serving as a valuable mentor to those around him. Bowden's contributions span several notable roles, including hosting the Australian Broadcasting Corporation program Backchat in 1986, producing This Day Tonight during the 1970s, and establishing the ABC's Social History Unit. He also worked on productions such as Prisoners of War, Australians Under Nippon, and the 24-part series Master Time, the Australian involvement with Papua New Guinea. In the 1990s, he produced several significant documentaries focusing on Australian research in Antarctica. Tim Bowden's career as an ABC correspondent began in the 1950s, when as a teenager in Hobart, he would line up at a local cinema to watch Cinesound newsreels. During that era before television became widespread, newsreels were a major event. Reflecting on those early days, Bowden humorously compared the experience to staying late in a theater to enjoy some private time with a girlfriend. Bora Dordevic. Unfortunately, he died. At the end of August 2024, he was admitted to a hospital in Ljubljana due to acute exacerbation of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. He died from pneumonia on the morning of September 4, at the age of 71. He was born on November 1, 1952. He was a Serbian singer, songwriter, and poet, best known as the lead vocalist of the rock band Fish Soup. Celebrated for his poetic lyrics and distinctive husky baritone voice, he is regarded as one of the foremost and most influential figures in the Serbian rock scene. At the age of 13, he formed his first band, Humelin, alongside Borko Ilic, lead guitar, Pravoslav Savic, rhythm guitar, and Aca Dimitrijevic, drums. Playing the bass guitar, the band's sound was influenced by the Zagreb-based beat group Roboti. 2 years later, he transitioned to playing rhythm guitar and began focusing on writing song lyrics and poetry. In late March 1973, at the age of 20, he formed the acoustic rock band Zajedno with 3 female vocalists. Initially, the band's efforts were primarily focused on recording jingles for radio shows. Zajedno's debut release was a 7-inch single featuring the tracks Vision and My Woe, which came out in 1974 through PGP-RTB. He composed the music for the A-side track, while the B-side track incorporated lyrics from the eponymous poem by Alexa Santic. In January 1975, he established the acoustic rock band Sunkakret, Sunflower. The band gained popularity for their folk rock repertoire, which was notable for Dordevic's humorous lyrics. He remained the frontman and leader of Fish Soup from its formation until his death in 2024. He also made a guest appearance on numerous projects. With Mindasari he recorded the controversial songs Maria Benitez. Another one death. Benitez passed away on Tuesday at the age of 82 due to natural causes after a period of declining health, as reported by his friend Teresa Cardenas. She was born on 1942. She was an American dancer, choreographer, and director specializing in Spanish dance and flamenco. She is most renowned for her work with Teatro Flamenco, the company she co-founded and directed with her husband, Cecilio. She frequently performed in and choreographed for opera productions. Her initial opera experience involved performing and choreographing The Short Life for the Santa Fe Opera. Additionally, Benitez showcased her talents at various dance festivals, including the American Dance Festival and Jacob's Pillow. Maria Benitez was the director of the Institute for Spanish Arts, an organization she founded in 1970 with her husband, Cecilio Benitez. Julian Ortega. He was a Spanish actor. He was best known for Karate, 2020, Elite, Netflix, 2018, and Now and in the Hour, 2010. Ortega has been involved in numerous theatrical productions and has worked with various Spanish theater companies. His roles in theater often highlight his ability to tackle complex characters and deliver compelling performances. In film, he may not have achieved major mainstream success but has contributed to Spanish cinema through various roles. Ortega played a restaurant manager in the murder mystery-infused high school drama, which centers on wealthy students at a private school. His most recent appearances were in drama series such as The Countryside and For Estrellas. Ortega, son of Spanish actress Gloria Muñoz, was born in Madrid in 1983. He died August 25, died due to cardiac arrest, at the age of 41. James Darren. Another American actor death confirmed, died on September 2, 2024. Darren passed away from heart failure while sleeping at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, at the age of 88. Prior to his death, Darren had been dealing with complications related to his aortic valve. His medical team determined that his condition was too delicate to permit surgery for repair. He is an American television and film actor, television director, and singer. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, he gained recognition with both leading and supporting roles in various films, such as the youth and beach culture classic Gidget, 1959, and its sequels. He also featured in the Gene Krupa Story, 1959, All the Young Men, 1960, The Guns of Navarone, 1961, and Diamond Head, 1962. As a teenage pop singer, he released popular singles, including Goodbye Cruel World in 1961. Later, he became more prominent on television, notably as Dr. Anthony Newman in the science fiction series The Time Tunnel, 1966. Sua Aliman. One more death is here. She died of a heart attack at the Zabala Clinic in the city of Buenos Aires, died on September 3, 2024, at the age of 80. She was born on April 30, 1944. She was an Argentine actress known for her work in theater, film, and television. In 1959, he appeared on the program History of Youth, directed by David Stivell, which aired on Channel 7. Her filmography includes notable roles in Pepper, Aconcagua, Selena's Cry, The Island, Murder in the Senate of the Nation, Count to 10, Dear Mom, Warriors and Captives, Four Faces for Victoria, and Somewhere in Nowhere, among others. In theater, he made a significant impact with his performances in several notable plays, including Love Letters by A.R. Gurney, The Price by Arthur Miller, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? By Edward Albee, in which he appeared twice in different roles. He also starred in Mothers and Sons by Terrence McNally, Picnic by William Inge, The Trojan Women by Euripides, and Mrs. Nonsense and Bambuco by Maria Elena Walsh. His other noteworthy theater credits include Broken. She was married to actor Arturo Puig. Laurent Tirard. Unfortunately, another legend died. He died on September 5, 2024, at the age of 57, died after a long battle with cancer. His birth date is February 18, 1967. He was a renowned French film director and screenwriter. After studying filmmaking at New York University, he began his career as a script reader at Warner Brothers Studios. He later transitioned into journalism, contributing to the French film magazine Studio for 6 years. During his time at Studio, he conducted a series of insightful interviews with prominent filmmakers. These interviews were later compiled into a book titled Movie Maker's Masterclass: Private Lessons from the World's Leading Directors. The book features discussions with various influential directors, from Woody Allen and David Cronenberg to the Coen brothers and Lars von Trier. Through these conversations, he explored common challenges faced by directors, such as guiding actors and deciding on camera techniques. The book has been translated and published in several countries, including France, Canada, the UK, Italy, Spain, and Brazil. In 1997, he transitioned from journalism to screenwriting, working on both film and television projects. During this period, he also directed 2 short films, one in 1999 and another in 2000. His debut feature film, The Story of My Life, was released in 2004. He gained further recognition for directing the film adaptation of the beloved French children's book Le Petit Nicolas in 2009. This was followed by the sequel Nicholas on Holiday in 2014. Jim Carrey. He is a Canadian-American performer renowned for his dynamic slapstick comedy. After the 1980s, where he focused on developing his stand-up routine and taking on mainly supporting roles in movies, he achieved widespread fame in 1990 by joining the cast of the sketch comedy show In Living Color. His rise to film stardom came with a series of major hits, including Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, all released in 1994. He continued his success with sequels like Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls and Batman Forever, both from 1995. The popularity of these films led to him becoming the first actor to earn a $20 million salary per film, starting with The Cable Guy, 1996. He continued to thrive as a leading actor in comedies such as Liar Liar, 1997, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 2000, Bruce Almighty, 2003, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, 2004, and Yes Man, 2008. As the 2010s progressed, he appeared in fewer films, with notable roles including reprising his role as Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber 2, 2014, and playing Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog, 2020, and its subsequent sequels in 2022 and 2024. Despite being often associated with comedy, he has also achieved acclaim in dramatic roles. His early critical acclaim came from the Emmy-nominated TV movie Doing Time on Maple Drive. He received widespread recognition for his dramatic performances in The Truman Show, 1998, and Man on the Moon, 1999, earning Golden Globe Awards for both. His role in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004, garnered him nominations for both a BAFTA Award and a Golden Globe Award. Additionally, he starred as Jeff Picarillo in the Showtime tragicomedy series Kidding, 2018, which led to his 7th Golden Globe nomination. He is born January 17, 1962. At the age of 8, he started practicing facial expressions and discovered a knack for impressions. By the time he was 10, he wrote a letter to Carol Burnett, expressing his skill in impressions and his desire to be considered for a role on The Carol Burnett Show. He was thrilled to receive a form letter in response. As a fan of the comedy troupe Monty Python, he admired their TV show Monty Python's Flying Circus, which was popular during the 1970s. In 2014, Carrey appeared on Monty Python's Best Bits. Carrey's introduction to stand-up comedy occurred in 1977, when he was 15. With the help of his father, he assembled a stage act and was driven to downtown Toronto to perform at Yuck Yuck's Comedy Club. At that time, Yuck Yucks was a new establishment hosting performances once a week in the basement of a community center on Church Street. In April 1981, he made an appearance on an episode of the stand-up comedy series An Evening at the Improv. Carrey took on the role of the Riddler, a notorious Batman adversary, in the superhero film Batman Forever, 1995, directed by Joel Schumacher. In Bruce Almighty, 2003, directed by Tom Shadyac, Carrey starred alongside Jennifer Aniston and Morgan Freeman. In this popular comedy, Carrey portrayed a television news anchor who is unexpectedly granted divine powers when God decides to take a break. In 2004, Carrey appeared in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, a film that garnered widespread critical acclaim. Carrey's portrayal of Joel Barish was highly praised, with critics highlighting his performance as one of his most refined and focused to date. Kate Winslet, his co-star, also received significant recognition, earning an Oscar nomination for her role. Paul Clinton of CNN described Carrey's performance as the actor's best, most mature, and sharply focused performance ever. Carrey received a Golden Globe nomination and his first BAFTA Award nomination for Best Actor. Carrey has openly discussed his struggles with depression and his previous use of Prozac to manage the condition. He later revealed that he no longer uses medications and avoids coffee, alcohol, and drugs.